The cycling element of Hobbo's Biogen journey was always going to be a massive undertaking. So getting the right bike in this regard was always going to be vital, and from the start, Cycle Lab has ensured this has been possible. He was first fitted for a mountain bike, which then progressed to a more dynamic road bike, and throughout his weight loss and transformation, it has been tuned accordingly to ensure he gets the most from his training on the road. Professional cyclist and Cycle Lab master fitter Bradley Potgieter added his vast expertise to this latest tune-up.
So there was a few things on Hobbo's bike. Saddle was a bit skewed because the seat clamp had cracked. This is something people don't even look at. So I was complaining about pains on the saddle, and that's just because we needed to straighten the saddle and replace the seat clamp. And then also the STRs, we had to just straighten them because obviously maybe the bike falling over or being loaded in the car, those STRs are shifted, so we shifted those out. And then I think another big thing is also new shoes. New shoes need to be fitted with new cleats. Those new cleats should be fitted to your feet specifically. So if you just banging them on the bottom of your shoe, you're probably not going to be 100% correct. So yeah, that's another basic thing just to keep in the back of your mind, and when you get new shoes, have the cleats set up, because the whole bike setup also depends on where your cleats are. Another thing we ended up doing was we lifted the saddle just a few mils. It might not sound like a lot, but it can make a big difference, because generally when you start off cycling you don't have a lot of strength in your ankles and your legs, and you sort of tend to fall with the heel into the pedal stroke. And as you get along with your training and you start building the strength, you start to optimize the efficiency in your pedal stroke, so your heel naturally just neutralizes out. And so with Hobbo, I think that's the reason why we had to lift that saddle. I think it was only 5 mils in the end, but it is a lot. One thing to really look out for that's really sort of not thought of is the chain, your chain wear. The chain does need replacing quite often during the year, especially if you're doing big miles. If you don't maintain the chain, then you start wearing down your group set. So instead of just replacing a chain, you're ending up replacing a chain, cassettes and your chain rings. So then it can be quite a costly experience. And yeah, a simple thing, like even if you have a chain checking tool, then you can do it yourself at home. You don't have to take it into the bike shop. And if you are at the bike shop, it's 15-second job just to have a look and see if your chain's worn. So with Hobbo increasing his mileage and upping the training, doing these ultra triathlons and also the extra training that he's doing, tyre wear is a thing, especially on our roads. We have a lot of glass and quite rough roads, so we've got to keep an eye on the wear holes in the tyre. You have normally 2 of them, you can keep an eye on those. But then also just to maintain the tyres, so you pick up small pieces of glass when you're training, and you can prevent punctures by deflating the tyre and actually just getting those little specks of glass out your tyre and then repumping your tyre, so those little pieces of glass don't work their way through and you end up with a slow puncture. Also coming up to race day, especially with the triathlon and ultras, there's no support, you have to carry your own tools. So a lot of the athletes, and maybe what I suggest, is going for a bit more of a durable tyre, so you reduce your risk of puncturing. It's not fun to be out there and you're tired and you're trying to change a tube, so yeah, to go a bit more durable and have less risk, I think, is a better option.
Much like maintaining his bike, there is much to consider with regards to Hobbo's nutrition. Thankfully, Biogen's comprehensive product range takes care of that. To learn more about what he has been using, and to keep up to date on his Biogen journey, visit the dedicated website. Also be sure to share your own Biogen journey with us on our social media channels for a chance to win weekly and monthly prizes to help you be your best.